he kind of made a virtue out of necessity. And when he was fired from Wellington Company in 1974, he had to become a proponent of indexing because there was little else that was available to this fledgling company he had just founded, Vanguard, for them to do. So he kind of plunged in with both feet. It took a little while, but it also took a long time for indexing to catch on. And it was well over a decade before index funds really became popular.
Yeah, we mentioned an hour ago with Kelly that I think it was 10 years before another competitor came into the market.
Yep.
You know, there are now, I think, more index products and ETF products out there than there are publicly traded stocks in the United States.
Yep.
I doubt that even as brave a guy as Jack Bogle would have thought that would ever have happened. Has indexing and the ETF surge gone too far? Is it a danger?
Well, you know, Jack Bogle himself was very ambivalent about his own creation, and sometimes people joked with him that he was like, you know, Frankenstein and the monster. He really was concerned that ETFs would become a trading vehicle rather than an investing vehicle, and he never really got on board with Vanguard's adoption of ETFs. He rejected them when Nate Most, who invented the idea of the ETF, first brought it to Vanguard in the early 1990s. And competitors might say that was Jack Bogle's biggest business mistake. He stood by it until the end and said, he was uncomfortable with what ETFs had brought to the market.
You know, the ETFs have, in fact, been sliced thinner than prosciutto, it seems to me, and I don't know about that, and I wonder whether that hesitance about the expansion of ETFs had something to do with a bit of a rift or a falling out with his successor, and ultimately with his departure from the board of Vanguard.
Well, that's never really been publicly discussed. We don't know exactly what went on in the boardroom, but certainly Vanguard did go on to embrace ETFs much more strongly than Jack Bogle himself ever did. And it must have been a source of tension within the firm.
Do you think that ETFs have gone too far, and do you think that they pose any kind of systemic risk? I don't know what Bogle would say.
Well, he would certainly say that, like any good thing, they had been taken too far. I guess I regard ETFs as a tool, like any other tool. I mean, look, with a hammer you can build a house or you can kill somebody. And ETFs are the same. You can use them to overtrade and, kill yourself with brokerage costs and taxes, or you can use them to be a prudent investor or to diversify a part of your portfolio you couldn't do otherwise. So they're a tool. They could be good or bad depending on how you use them.